Welcome to this edition of Taiwan Outlook. I'm host Chen Lo. In a world of globalization, fashion and design respects no borders. And that's why fashion industry and design industry has become an ever-growing industry nowadays. However, it appears to many people that this industry has been dominated by Western countries and Western designers. However, in today's program, we are very delighted now to invite one of the rising stars in the fashion design industry in Taiwan. And her outstanding performance make her the first prize winner of the Amenagido Zegnia Award in the year 2003. And let's welcome Yi Liao, and she's the design director of the Fantasia Studio. Ms. Liao, welcome to our program.
Hi, everyone.
And tell us about the award. For many people, it's a very unusual award that you can get from Italy.
Yes, definitely yes. Yeah. Before it's almost no people from the Chinese world have ever and the design award in Italy or Milan. And now I talk about this award. Actually, it's quite special. It's not design award. Actually, it's a branding award.
I see.
Yeah, as everyone knows, or maybe rich people know, that Zegnia is a very luxury brand for men as well. For already 100 and more years, it's always have the leading place for the menswear and fashion. And why it has this competition in Milan in 2003? Because as many old brands have done, because for a long time since this, still the world is changing, and the environment is changing. The value of everything, beauty and the spirits is changing. So many old brands will start to do the rebranding, and in this time, very important for them. They need very kinds of opinions. They need more and more creation, and those creations should be very outstanding. That can keep them the success and even improve themselves.
So the competitor for this award is only senior or younger designers as well.
Basically, they prefer young designers. Yes.
And what's your design, to win the award?
Actually, it's a branding design. So we have to do a lot of studying for this brand. Study history, and we have to combine with the psychiatry and social science and the arts. Then we make the ultra image and the spirit to get from those studying.
So it's widely received by the empires and so on.
Yeah.
And also, I know your background is interesting because you are a medical doctor by training, but now you're a designer. What made you change your career? If I can use the word, change your career.
Change my career. Okay. Yeah, career is changed, but I myself didn't change.
That's right.
Okay, because in the beginning when I jumped into the medical field, I just with a simple mind that I want to help people. That's a very simple reason. But after I attend to hospital for 4 years, 2 years internship and almost 2 years for resident doctor in the medical center. After I saw so many patients and so many life stories going on in the hospital, I realized that the meaning for people, or the most important thing, is not just the physical body. It's not just the long life.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's very interesting, interpretation of the new job. Although you are also making people happier by designing the good things for them.
Yeah,
right?
you got to the point very quickly. Yes. So in the end, I found that art and design is something that can approach people's emotion and people's spirit. I feel like it can get some more energy for people. That's why I changed.
And I know that you went to Italy for your postgraduate study, but without that kind of backgrounds, do you feel at the very beginning difficult to study arts in Italy?
Well, it's maybe just this is because I was from different fields and from Taiwan, so art and design for me even become easier.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't have like a concrete thinking, or I don't have some thinking process that are already fixed by maybe education school or the elder people.
Let's it, I guess.
I don't know. Okay, can say.
So in other words, without that kind of training when you high school or even university degree, you will be able to be more open-minded to different ideas and different artistic designs.
Yes, and also for me, I feel like the medical training for me is so important because I can see so many people's life changing. That give me to develop my philosophy. And when I arrived in Italy, I found that actually philosophy and thinking and psychology, those things are so important for a designer or artist.
As you mentioned earlier, that you were the first Asian or even Taiwanese who won the first prize award of this award, very prestigious one. And in other words, it's very competitive, especially for foreigners, Asians, compete in that design world. What's the most difficult part in entering into the European market?
Oh yes, there are some difficulties for Asia designers or Asia students. Because in our maybe in our traditional and thinking way, sometimes we always need to follow the elder.
That's right.
We have to obey. So make people hard to have a flexible mind. Yeah, and some principles, too many principles that even consider just for details, but not really to the point, to the spirit things, but just for the border, for the So that's
very difficult.
That's why.
But let's also relate it to your previous training. As a medical doctor, you are supposed to be very disciplined. But in the design world, you should have some sort of wild thinking or innovative. Do you feel difficulties in adjusting yourself from the medical training background to a more flexible and more innovative field?
Well, I don't know. I feel even easier because I feel obey and following. For me is I don't know, maybe too much.
So you feel more relaxed, looking at the design work.
Yeah, it's like escape from the jail.
Okay, but as you know that to enjoy design is one thing, but to compete is another thing. For you, what's the most difficult part to compete with the Western designers?
Not difficult for me, but of course I have to do a lot of studying. I have to study the people. I have to study the culture. Actually, the skill is easy. Drawing, computer things. You can just take some time. You can learn it. But if design, actually, for me, design is the combination between art and life.
I see.
So the designer is they should have a very good taste and art education, and those things not the education, art education, not from school, but maybe can be from the experience from your life and your sense to the world, to every detailed things. So it's easier part, but to the life. Then you really have to study people very, very carefully.
But it's easier said than done, to study people. How do you study people?
Okay, I study people. Also with very enjoy. Okay.
Watch people walk and watch people sing or dance.
No, actually. I think medicine already teach me a lot because we have to study psychiatry, and also the medicine training, we have to observe people and can follow by people's appearance, people's attitude. Maybe can find out something. So this training also helped me actually.
But on the other hand, there are always cultural gaps in understanding different expression. For instance, how do you try to overcome the cultural gaps when you are designing?
Gap. Oh yes, it's really some. Because there are some elements or some factors for us, like maybe very cherished or maybe very important. But those parts, maybe for foreigner or for Western country, just even something not important or even something they hate.
That's right.
Yeah, it can happen. So just go back to my principle that we study people first. Yeah, so we have to we have to make us like a child mind to accept the culture first. Just don't resist that. Then for a while they can enjoy that with them together.
When you design, do you try to bring the Asian Oriental elements into it?
Yes, all the time.
But
yeah.
what are the most important parts of the Asian elements that you think can be part of the design?
I think, of course, if now I'm thinking, I would already think of our maybe Chinese medicine or I Ching.
Because yang and things like that.
Yes, it's wonderful. Especially in Yang, when in Beijing, China lady came to visit me, they asked me how did I make a Chinese element or theory into design. I say, yeah, yin yang. Yin yang is the thing that you can go all over the world. Yin yang actually is basic meaning is balance. So whenever when you are doing design or doing anything, you just look at the balance part. Always look at this part, then you find things that can be going well. For example, if we want to put the Chinese element into the design, we don't catch a pattern then just add some on a Western cup. It's too concrete. Yeah. You have to make it soft, and you have to make it fusion together. Some elements which part you can go together, then you do it. Or some part, even something like Chinese thing, it looks very soft. Yeah. Then you use some Western element which is hard.
That's right.
Even it looks like complex, but when you go into together, it comes out balanced. It is in yang theory.
That's right. Yeah. But you mentioned a very important point, that is a fusion, even a combination of West and the East. So when we come back, we talk about when the East meets the West. And stay with us. We'll be right back after this message.